Ultimate Looters Defense. We are on Olympic Boulevard in Koreatown at the Olympic Discount Store. There are 28 men, armed men, everyone with guns, on duty 24 hours a day, they tell me, protecting this store. They have done such a job here, they won't let me in, they won't let anyone in. You can see this is surrounded by a gate, and if Laurel can take the camera and pan across, there are men in cars, there are men with every single person is armed here, and they walk back and forth across the roof, down around behind. There is no question for anybody going by this store that this store is protected. I asked one of the security men to find the owner for me. He told me the owner was not here. He would not tell me the owner's name. In fact, he would say only that the men here are friends and employees of the man who owns the store, and that they are going to stay here until the siege is over. And of course, my question to him was, have you had any trouble? And he just looked at me and smiled and said, no, we haven't had any trouble at all.
Patty, have you asked them whether their firearms are registered? Looks like they have a mix and match set of weaponry in the background.
Well, for somebody with my little bit of weaponry expertise, I don't really know enough about that. And there's a real language I had a real language problem here, and I think it was on purpose, because every now and then I would get answers to my questions, and then every now and then they would say to me, no, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. So I don't know whether all of these guns are legal, but I have a feeling it doesn't matter to the people who are holding them.
They are legal. Those are rifles and shotguns, and do not require registration, but they do require you know how to use them. And
do they have handguns too? Can you tell whether they're carrying, some of them are armed with holsters and handguns as well? It looks like they might be.
Well, some of them have security jackets as if they belong to a security company, but when I asked if they were a company that had been hired, they told me no, that they were just friends and employees.
That looks to be an Uzi that man is...
Well, it looks on the roof, it looks to us that the man on the roof has some kind of automatic weapon, but...
Judge McIlvaine's sitting next to me here, and he's far more familiar with weaponry than I am. He says it looks to be a 9mm Uzi.
This has to be a disturbing sight to LAPD and to the National Guard officers out there as well. The troops have to be very concerned about this scene.
Absolutely.
All right, Jody Baskerville is now surrounded by fire. She's been trying to retreat from the position. Let's go and see where she is now. Jody, are you all right?
Yeah,
You saw Patty Ecker was at a location from arsonist there. Let's go back to Patty and check in with her.
Well, Michael, as you can see, they're getting ready for the curfew also. They have now arranged their cars, doors open, lights on, so that will be their night protection. There are still, by my count, 28 men here, all of them armed, walking back and forth. They just had a very short meeting and are now going back to assume their positions. Laurel, you might want to just pan down. As you can see here, I am on Olympic Boulevard in Koreatown. There aren't very many people on the sidewalks. Maybe that's a good sign for the curfew. Mike?